Welcome to the Only More Cruise Show, the We On Your Head podcast. I'm not running my intro today because the nature of this discussion, it's enough to make you go, But, Claressa Shields just doesn't deserve, she doesn't deserve this intro. So now, as you can see from the title of the show, respect the legend, delusional, or just disrespectful. Laila Ali isn't jealous, okay? Claressa Shields is just delusional, and that is really, that is my, that's my thoughts on the matter in terms of the drama that is going on. And I hate to even call it drama because Claressa Shields is doing what Claressa Shields does best. And it's not even, to me, it's not even strategy. You're coming up with this drama and you're trying to call Laila Ali out as though Laila Ali doesn't need to do anything, at least as far as I know. She doesn't have to work at Walmart. She ain't she ain't worried about SNAP benefits impacting her and her family, her immediate family directly. I'm sure she cares about others, but these aren't things that she has to worry about. And that's not to say that Claressa Shields has to worry about those things either. But the point of the matter is that Claressa Shields is being psychologically imbalanced. I mean, and it's aggravating because, for me, it's aggravating because I try to like Claressa Shields. And I don't know if anybody out here can recall this, but I believe that I saw a tweet, and this is what made me know who Claressa Shields was. I saw a tweet on Twitter, and Claressa had made this tweet. She tweeted out, and I couldn't find it. I looked for it, but Claressa had tweeted that, hey, I'm just coming back from the Olympics, and I don't even have enough money to pay my rent and blase scoop DeVille. And some high-profile celebrity was like, Claressa, call me or send me your Cash App or something like that, and looked out for her. And I was like, man, that is phenomenal. And, so that is what made me start, and that's what brought my attention to who Claressa Shields is or was. And so I tried to like her because I'm like, okay, it's a young black lady trying to get in how she fit in, and you over here at the Olympics and you doing the damn thing, doing her thug thizzle, and so I'm thinking, hey, good, great, but then then you get the up and down. I think the next time I knew about Claressa Shields, and actually I could be wrong. Maybe it wasn't Claressa. I could be mixing this up with what's the track girl's name? She has another interesting name. I can't remember her name right now, but the track star. I can't remember her name. But anyway, I will say this, that furthermore, my recollection of who Claressa Shields is, of course, the Remy Ma and the Papoose situation. And so, I'm thinking, well, I try to just kind of play that for, let it be, because everybody's human and people do what they do. Shout out to Shrink and Sharon. Hey, thanks for pulling up, girl. Appreciate you. So I try to, and Shrink and Sharon, are you up on this Claressa Shields, Laila Hathaway, oh Lord, Laila Ali scenario going on? If so, put something in the comments and let me know. But the other thing that is what really got me with the Claressa Shields is, of course, the drama with her and Papoose and Remy Ma, and that's, and even then I was trying to root for her because I'm like, well, just sometimes, relationships just are what they are, etc., this and that. But this is just going too far with what she's doing, and it's just going too far with her behavior. So, of course, Laila came out in a very classy way to really break this whole thing down in terms of, let me walk you through what has been going on with Claressa Shields and myself. This is what Laila Hathaway did. Very, very classy way she did it. I'm going to run this screenshot and just kind of want to talk about it and break it down some, because I'm going to be honest with you. Claressa Shields, girl, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. I'm just going to say that. And I'm really trying to be nice about it. Because you don't have to do this. And somebody needs to get in here and help Claressa. They need to help her and give her some media training because she has what it takes to be, oh, I sound staticky? Oh, Lord. Ooh, girl, oh, Sharon, thank you so much for bringing that to my attention. Oh, my goodness. Must be Claressa Shields in the microphone. How's that sound? Is it any better? Or is it still jacked up? Hmm. Well, y'all hold on just a minute. Hold on just a minute. Let me mute this mic real quick.
So, Shrink and Sharon, can you hear me now? How's the microphone sounding, Neil? Here we go. So, how's the microphone sounding now? Is it staticky or is it better? Yes, as in better or static? Much clearer. Okay, cool. All right, then let me also put this. Yeah, speakers on the same one. Okay, cool. All right, awesome. All right, so um, back to what I was saying. So I'm going to run this. I'm going to run this presentation that Laila did in terms of he said it's much better and it's clearer now. Thank you so much, girl. Appreciate you so much, Shrink and Sharon. You on the one, girl. Um, and she just was so classy with it. And I ain't mad at her. So we're just gonna kind of get into it and see what she says about it. But I'm really disappointed in Claressa Shields. She really needs, and I think even Layla tried in some way within some capacity to help her out, but that's not her job to do. And somebody got to do it though. Somebody has to do it. So anyway, let's get into what Layla's talking about because I'm offended at Claressa Shields. I really am. Let's go. Let me know if y'all can hear this too. Wow. Okay, so you said no sound. Let me try one more thing. I'm not playing with these people. Hold on. Hold on. Let's see. Well, Sharon, I'm so glad you're here to help with the sound check. Oh my goodness, it's baloney. I got it set for also share the audio tab, the whole 9 yards. But this mug won't act like it can't play, huh? Okay. A lot of nerve here. Let's see. And can you hear it now? So could you hear that just now, Sharon? Okay. All right. Let's see. We got one more option, y'all. One more option. She was handy. Okay. So I had tried this before, and let's do that.
Talk about the possibility of me making a comeback to boxing. And people have had a lot to say, but I have not addressed it until now.
Now, can you hear it there, Sharon?
And I know everyone wants to know the answer to the question, will I be coming back? And I promise you, I'm going to give you that answer. But first, I have got to address the lies and the fake narrative that's been created years ago. Now, someone's gotten way too comfortable dragging my name and even using my father's name to get attention and clout. Now, in case you haven't heard it, her story is that I didn't support her and I didn't pass the torch because of my jealousy and envy over her accomplishments in boxing. She says that I disrespected her and I started talking about knocking her out simply because I was bitter that she's outdone me. I've seen a lot of the comments. Many of you have good discernment and understand what's really going on here, while others have believed her lies over the years or have formed an opinion without having all the facts. Now, originally, I wasn't even going to give this my time or attention because I really don't engage with people who thrive off of negativity, drama, and buffoonery. But I'm not about to let someone with bad character continue running freely, dragging my name without accountability.
That's not gonna happen.
Come on now, listen. Laila Ali is just Muhammad Ali's daughter. And
No, come on, we ain't gonna do that.
No, that is right.
Come on, Laila can rumble though.
and Wolf would have knocked Laila Ali out. You know, she would have knocked Laila oh so pretty ass out.
So this right here.
So let me jump in because exactly that part. This is, wait a minute. So Ramon Seyfu, it's not Laila Ali's fault if Claressa has a dark skin complex. You are so accurate about that. Ramon, you just hit it all on the head right there, for real, for real. And that is literally her problem. She's got a lot going on with her mentally in terms of her own insecurities, and to just and so and I want to ask y'all, what are your thoughts in terms of? I feel like Rollo and Gully or Gilly, they should have been like, hey, wait, hold up. Don't disrespect the legend. Don't disrespect the legacy. Don't disrespect another successful Black woman. Does anybody in here think that Laila just went through this thing unscathed, even though her daddy is Muhammad Ali? You see what I'm saying? So, and I feel like anybody that she interacts with really does need to hold her accountable for her words. For her words. It's just it's unimaginable that she would do this. So anyway, I guess I'm getting too deep into it. Okay, so one let's see. One, Claressa mentioned the word light skin spoke volumes. Yeah. And you said, I prefer Claressa's complexion, not her attitude. Yeah, I mean, I'm not even looking at her complexion. Her attitude is just too ratchet. And she should have done her research first. Absolutely. And she's ratchet and she could be better. And I feel like it's incumbent upon somebody hey, Claressa, if you're watching this video, call me. I'll help you out because you got to do better. This is inappropriate. It was one thing they said 50 Cent, how he went through doing what he did and calling the folks out, but this is the wrong approach because you're disrespecting the very people that really did lay the path and open the door for you. You said exactly, Claressa chose to go down the love and hip hop street. That's all. Ain't that it? Let's get back to this video real quick, y'all. Absolutely, though, Ramon.
Here is the consequence. Now, I have been busy working on other projects that required all of my time and focus, which is why I'm just now saying something. But honey, I have made the time to address this. So today, the bad guy ain't getting away. Now let's hit rewind because we really need to see what's happened over the years, what got us here. Now I'm not about to do the whole he say, she say thing, so let me show you some receipts. I first met her in 2012 when she was invited on stage to stand next to me when I gave my father his Liberty Medal. At some point, she reached out, started asking me for advice, wanted to know if she should go to the Olympics a second time or go pro. She would also call me and let me know when she was fighting. Now, at the time, I was one of the hosts of We Need to Talk, an all-female sports commentary show that still airs on CBS. I asked the producers if we could do a story on her. They agreed. So I got on a plane, flew to Colorado, and did a full sit-down interview with her. Now, this is just a shortened version of the 6-minute piece that aired on CBS in 2016. 21-year-old Claressa Shields is as confident as her right hand is powerful. Soon, Claressa will be heading to Rio for the Olympics to try and do something that has never been done before. I sat down to talk with her about changing history and being a positive spark for her hometown. You should have heard the story by now. The one about a kid from Flint, Michigan, who has gone toe-to-toe with adversity and stands undefeated.
But I'll always go back to Flint and help.
I know that when I was fighting, any of my struggles that I had to overcome, or anything that I was upset about, whether it be something personal or something going on in the world, I would use that anger, and take it into the ring with me and channel that energy into the ring. Have you ever done that?
I did that a lot. I was going through stuff back at home, but I would have a boxing match, and I would take out everything I was going through on the girl, and that kind of helped me because after I boxed, that was my ultimate high, and I felt like my life was perfect for at least 2 weeks. So
Claressa's father, a former underground fighter, was passionate about boxing.
he went on to tell me that Muhammad Ali's daughter, Laila, took after him. And he's like, and my dad, he says it to this day, Layla's a bad girl. He says it all the time. He said nobody in our family took up boxing. I thought when he told me that, he was telling me to take after him.
Claressa beat the odds to win gold in 2012. When the Olympics start in August, she'll try to be the first American boxer to win back-to-back gold medals. Everybody's going to be fighting you harder. Everybody's going to be trying to elevate their game. They're going to be running hard. They're going to be training hard. They're going to be dreaming about beating you. How are you preparing for that mentally and physically?
Honestly, I've learned how to beat every fighting style. Tall girls, short girls, girls my size. Because I'm like, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty great, I don't know what
You're supposed to feel that way about yourself.
Yeah,
like you wouldn't have been able to get to this level if you didn't feel that way about yourself.
Yes.
I don't know about you ladies, but I have absolutely no doubt that Claressa is going to win gold again in the Olympics. Women's boxing wasn't even in the Olympics when I was boxing,
Right.
so I'm like, do it for us, because she's in the weight class I would have been in. So I'm like, go get it, girl, go get it. There's a lot of women who have been training for a long time, and nobody knows who they are. So the Olympics just really gives them a platform and something to strive towards. I didn't even fight amateur because I was like, I can't go to the Olympics. Why should I do that? I wanted to be in control of my career, but it's so great to see these young girls coming up. You got 9-year-olds now and 10-year-olds, and they're inspired by people like Claressa. Now, as you can see, I was genuinely rooting for her. I gave her praise. I gave her a spotlight. When she asked for advice, I gave her valuable branding advice and boxing advice so she could have long-term success in and outside of the ring. I told her about the challenges that I faced fighting at 168, where there was limited competition, and I suggested that if she decided to turn pro, she should consider going down in weight, somewhere around 148, where she would have more competitive challenges. I told her she should hire a nutritionist, trim off that excess body fat, and get into elite next level shape.
So I got to jump in here real quick, and y'all let me know if you can still hear me. I hope you can. And shout out to Two Persuasive Shrink and Sharon. I appreciate y'all being in the mix. But this is what I'm saying. Laila Ali clearly, listen, if she was fronting on these interviews, she did a damn good job, because all I felt coming through the television vibes was support and almost a little bit of, great, thanks, Sharon, and almost a little bit of admiration and pride for and about Claressa Shields. And Claressa Shields looked like the words that were coming from Laila Ali during that interview, like those were making Claressa feel really warm and fuzzy. And I think this is why we're getting this this behavior from Claressa now is because no one is there really hitting that spot of nurture and affirmation and and just connection. So you're lashing out like a spoiled child, and it just needs to stop. You're absolutely right. She's a legend. And a legend in the sport that you're in, Claressa. How do you do this? Thank you, Ramon. How do you do this? How do you do that? You're right, too. I got to put it up here like this here. You're right. Hurt people hurt people. But this is what I'm saying. This is why Claressa needs to get some help. She really needs to get some help. And I'm not going to lie to you. I wonder what's really going on over there between. I mean, man, I can't see if she acts like this in public. What kind of problems do you think she's giving Papoose? Real talk. I mean, just let that sizzle in your spirit. Let's get back to this video. Here we go.
Her in the right direction, and I had high hopes for her. Whether she decided to turn pro or not, I felt like her future was bright if she played her cards right. But of course, at the time, I was not aware of her divisive, vindictive, and malicious nature. Mm-hmm. And I know those are strong words, but they actually fit. This girl has created a pattern. It's been directed towards many people time and time again. Now, before we started our interview in Colorado, she said to me, "You're the name people say when it comes to women's boxing. You're the face they know. I want that to be me." Now, looking back after everything that's unfolded, it seems pretty calculated now. Like she was waiting for the right moment, the right excuse to finally do what she'd already made up her mind to do. I mean, that's how it feels now. She told me she saw me as the face of women's boxing, and she told me that she wanted my spot. And she's been on a mission to ruin my reputation ever since, simply because she heard me make a comment that was not about her and she took it personal. Fast forward to 2018, I was promoting my cookbook, Food for Life, and went on The Breakfast Club, a national show with millions of listeners. I did a 36-minute interview, and when the topic of boxing came up, I actually mentioned her and made positive comments. Then much later into the interview, I was asked about the possibility of a comeback.
Would you ever get back in the ring just for fun?
You still train?
I stay training.
Got you.
Yeah, I got a little baby six-pack right now.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I have a heavy bag hanging in my... I just turned 40.
Wow.
Can you believe it?
No.
Amazing.
I know. I just turned 40. I can't believe it either. And because I think of my healthy lifestyle, the fact that I train all the time, I could pretty much do anything I wanted to. Well, I don't think there's anyone there for me right now that would actually give me a good challenge.
How did you and your husband argue? Because he can't, usually they say you can say something slick, but with you can't say that slickness.
You was on the Food Network's Chopped.
Yes.
And you won.
I did a couple times.
So what brings you more joy, winning in the ring or winning in the kitchen?
I just like to win, period. Definitely boxing is my first love, and, cooking is something that I'm super passionate about.
Gotcha.
It'll be a part of my life forever. I'm not somebody who sits back and complains about things. I think everything happens in due time. You got Claressa Shields now, who's an Olympic champion. Mm-hmm. She's a young black girl, came out of Flint, Michigan, lived a hard life, went through a lot. She went to the Olympics, won twice. Women's boxing wasn't in the Olympics when I fought. She actually fights at the weight class I fought in. Mm-hmm. And she's doing great. Women's boxing is getting some good attention. Now remember, at the time, we were on good terms. She was reaching out to me and referring to me as Big Sis. But this was her response.
I watched the Breakfast Club video with Laila Ali. I have so much respect for her, and I like her.
Now, before we hear this lopsided perspective coming out of Claressa, and Sharon, you know what? Shout out to you because yeah, I feel like she just jumped out the window too. And I feel like she is a good person. This is why I'm saying, like, she really needs somebody to, before she jumps out. She jumped out a first floor window. But if Claressa Shields somebody needs to help her out as a black woman who clearly is wayward, clearly has lost the path, and it could be because she has all these other things on her. But if she needs to autocorrect, course correct, do something before, to take your word, too persuasive, before she jumps out of a 20-story window. Because this behavior that she's doing is just absolutely freaking-sane. It's insane. So let's hear her skewed perspective, because Laila Ali was more than respectful in terms of her overview or analysis of Claressa Shields. She said clearly, hey, she's a two-time Olympic winner. They didn't have the Olympics when I was boxing. And later we're going to hear Claressa say, is she jealous of me because? No, she just simply said that that was not an opportunity for Laila back in her prime. So come on, Claressa, you're not even listening to stuff. You're just talking. Here we go.
I actually call her my big sis, but it was so many shots thrown. Like, if y'all really paid attention, you know, her saying, oh, there's not nobody good enough at 168, my weight class, that could give her a challenge when I'm the number one in my weight class. And, you know, I'm just like, you know, nah. And, you know, I just feel like, you know, she gave props where it's due, but, you know, she also spoke on how, you know, what I'm doing for women's boxing is great, but it's not great enough for her. When it's like, we got two different goals and sets in life. You know, me winning 2 Olympic gold medals is just the beginning. You know, even when she was boxing, she never fought on Showtime, HBO. I fought the main event on Showtime. I don't know how many times now. You know, fastest woman to win a world title. I did it in 4 fights. You know, and yeah, you can say, oh, the competition isn't there, and this girl wasn't that. But like I did it up in 4 fights, and so the girls that Laila Ali fought wasn't, you know, that great either. I mean, like, I'm the best female boxer that I've ever seen, and you know, if Laila Ali wants to come back, we can rumble, we can go. You know, this is not like, oh, I'm gonna step away. Like I respect her and everything, but you know, you're not gonna come back and beat me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this can happen. You know, I just don't like the disrespect. And this is my last video too about this. You know, I never used her name to try to be like, you know, try to call her out of retirement.
You're doing it now.
Like, she talking about she come out of retirement, she just gonna beat me if she decided to.
Now, of course, I didn't respond to this.
Now, hold on. First of all, shout out to One Pap. Oh my God. One Pap, girl, I love you, girl. And listen, I told you I love that phrase you be on with the bouffale. And baby, this is what we got with Claressa Shields, a straight up bouffale. She bouffaleing all over the place with Muhammad Ali's child. So, but do you see how warped that was with what Claressa just said? She's not listening. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I appreciate y'all pulling up, y'all. Too persuasive. Is she stirring up mess for clout? Absolutely, she is. That's absolutely what she's doing. What you said, Ali was giving Claressa praise. She wasn't down to her and Claressa. Let's see. And shout out to you, Relevant TV. We love you too, Pap. Yeah. There you go. There go your reply, baby. But yeah, so Claressa is just not, she's off right now. But let's keep going. Let's hear what Laila's doing. And notice the classiness. Notice the classiness of Laila Ali, and it's effortless. And Claressa could be this person. I think Claressa wants to be this person. The problem is she doesn't know how. And this is why we got to jump up. Somebody's got to get in there and help Claressa out, because she about to, like I said, she about to jump out of a 20-story window in a minute. Let's keep going.
But I noted it. For someone who hardly had any experience as a professional boxer and was supposedly looking up to me, for her to think that I would even call her name in a conversation about me fighting or making a comeback was silly to me. Especially since I had literally told her that I retired from boxing because I didn't feel inspired or challenged anymore by the level of competition that was available to me. We had that talk. So I learned a lot about her character and her mindset. She took what I said out of context and made it all about her. I decided I was no longer going to invest time or energy into her. But she, on the other hand, she took it straight to social media, started comparing her boxing skills to mine, making negative comments about me, and pitting herself against me in a fight. A year later, I was doing press for my show Homemade Simple on OWN, so I went on Sway Universe, another syndicated national show with millions of listeners. We were talking, he asked me about boxing, he asked me about her, I said positive comments as usual, then he plays one of her visits.
Are you watching women's boxing today?
Oh, yeah.
You like Claressa?
I do. I think that she's a talented fighter, and she has the opportunity right now. The stage is set. So now she just has to kind of do her thing.
Talk about Homemade Simple, airing Saturdays, 9 a.m. on the OWN network. Okay, it's an incredible show. I had Claressa here, right? I asked her who did she think would win and against you in your prime and her now. And this is what she said.
She's not cut like me. She don't take the challenges. Like, she didn't fight against Ann Wolf. I fight against the best and beat the best. And if Laila Ali was to come out of retirement, I beat her too.
That's not anything I haven't heard before. First of all, she's supposed to feel like she's the greatest.
Absolutely.
But just because you think you are doesn't mean you are.
Okay.
I like to support and uplift people, and I think that on your way up, just do your best not to disparage those that have come before you. First of all, she could never beat me.
Okay.
Let me just get that straight right now.
You want to get that straight, Laila?
Let's get that straight right now.
Okay.
And not simply because she's not strong enough, okay, because I would definitely knock her out, but because she's not talented enough to beat me. It's a sweet science to boxing. The reason why you have not been able to knock out the opponents that you've already faced, I can totally see it. Why? But maybe if you would have been a little more respectful, and I'm not talking about thinking you can beat me and call it, do all that. I'm talking about just trying to, she didn't do this, she didn't do that.
Yeah.
I don't respect her as a boxer. I only respect her as a businesswoman. I've heard her say that before. I was always there for her because she's a young black girl from Flint, Michigan.
Yeah, Flint.
And I want to help uplift her because that's the Ali way. I am successful in so many areas outside of boxing. Boxing is not what defines me. There's always going to be another girl. But I tell you what, when I offered her to spar me, that definitely was a check right there to see. Let me see what kind of heart she has. You should come whoop me just for bragging rights. And she didn't take me up on that offer. I said, okay. And let's put this in context. I'm only talking about this because you're asking me. She's done a ton of interviews since then, and she's always saying I disrespected her. Now you've seen what she's been referring to. So she felt justified to go on a tirade. And of course, she's twisted the story over the years and taken my comments out of context. Now, according to her, I just started talking about knocking her out just out of jealousy. Now you've seen what I said, what she said, how this started, and you can see she pitted herself against me in a fight. Now, I know some of this younger generation may not be familiar with me, but I've never been one to just talk about things I can't do. When I said that I would knock her out back in 2019, it wasn't any different than what I've said to anyone who's challenged me in the past. You can go back and look at tape on me. That was not just talk for me. It's what I did. TKO.
Now, hold on just a minute, because this part is where it gets rich. Again, this is the help that Claressa needs in terms of how to conduct yourself as a black woman, in this industry, and with you and younger black young girls are looking at you, Claressa, because like it or not, hey baby, it's your show right now. It's your show right now, Claressa. And she's going to later on in this clip, we're going to see a clip of her complaining about Laila Ali and it's not fair. She just dropped and whatever. We'll hear it. But the point is they're looking at you right now, Claressa, and you're giving a very bad, ugly, and not in terms of appearance, but ugly attitude, ugly internal. It's ugly, and you need to fix that. And somebody needs to fix it. And I don't know, how do y'all feel? Do you think Sway could have or should have said something like, wait, hold up, Claressa, you gonna talk about a legend like that? I mean, is it the responsibility of media to like at least press for, decorum? I mean, y'all let me know what you think. I'll do it. It's my turn. Shout out to you for your first time being here. Please hit the subscribe button. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. But welcome, it's my turn. Thank you so much for pulling up. We greatly appreciate you. And Purple Couch, ain't seen you in a minute, girl, but always good to see you, sis. But let's listen to how Laila Ali explains how she did what she did. The smooth, ladylike, confident. This is what Claressa Shields has got to do to prevent crashing out. Somebody got to teach her these skills right here. Here we go.
KO, it didn't matter. I was going to stop you. It wasn't going to a decision. And if you didn't belong in there with me, I was going to get you out of there. That's just facts. That's not disrespect. That's boxing talk. Back then in 2020, I did get to a point where I was ready to get back in the ring and show her why. Even though she is talented, I said it back then and I'm saying it now, but she could never outbox me. High-level promoters did reach out to me directly, and we had some serious conversations about me making a comeback. Now, of course, she was never even involved in any of those discussions. Then COVID happened. You know how that was, and it all went away, and I left it alone. Now, here is just a small glimpse of the narrative that she's been building over the years.
But I feel like Laila Ali has always been kind of envious of me. I'm just so accomplished in women's boxing, and she never got that due diligence and that respect. So to see me getting it kind of pisses her off. So you look at who she fought. Her biggest test was freaking Vonda Ward and Christy Martin. And Christy Martin weighed in at 140 pounds, and Laila Ali was 160. Like, how are you making matches like that? So Laila Ali is a hater. That's it. Nothing but her being a hater and her being, envious of my success and what I've done for women's boxing. And she feels like she deserves that credit because everybody kind of give it to me now. And I think that she's like, but, I'm an Ali daughter, and I boxed before her, and I'm 24-0 with 21 knockouts, and she kind of, want people to keep acknowledging her. She's retired.
She's retired.
And
She's probably
retired for a long time. 43. I hate when somebody else try to take somebody else's shine, somebody else's attention. It's like she's, nobody was trying to take her attention when it was her time. Undisputed champion. She's never been undisputed, and people are comparing me to her, and she gets offended when it was like, to me, I thought it was a good comparison because I feel like I box way better than her. And for them to be saying that me and her are equal or whatever, she should have been happy because of that, because they're giving her more props on her skills, which I feel like she didn't really have that much. But, whatever. Yeah, we had Laila Ali. Respect. But she can't do for women's boxing what I'm doing. I'm going to be different because I'm going to give my blessing. Or I'm going to let a girl take her blessing. And what that means, I'm going to fight the young girls coming up. And if they beat me, now they're the best. That's how you do it. My advice, Laila, is you will look.
Okay, I got to stop because, see, we'd be boxing. We would be boxing. If I was in a room with Claressa, I'd be running. You know what I'm saying? I'd be running, okay? But I would still get the words out. Because here is the truth. How you gonna sit up here and tell this is my advice to you? See, here's what you need to do, baby. She cleared out all she cleared the path for you, Claressa. She cleared the path for your But here she come with the buffale. And like I said, y'all hear me say buffale. I got it from one pap. I love that phrase because it encompasses everything. Let me see what y'all saying in the comments real quick. You're right, Purple Couch. She's using Laila's name to get rise and attention. And the problem is why is she doing that right now? Because she doesn't really have to do that. I mean, no, everybody knows who you are, Claressa. So why are you doing it right now? Do you need some money right now? Is something wrong in the house? Shout out to Conversation with Sir Miguel. Claressa has a lot of internal healing that she needs to address. And that's really what it is. But what has triggered her to just come all the way out all of a sudden with this? And to say that Claressa's jealous, and then how do you form your mouth and your tongue to try to tell someone who has accomplished and completed the game what they need to do? There's something wrong with the girl. She needs to sit right on down. She needs to sit right all the way down. Let's get back into it, y'all.
A lot better. And people will stop calling you a hater and calling you jealous and old and bitter. If you actually stop hating, bro, you will look better if you was to support the black girl from Flint who made it out the trenches to where she at now. You will look a lot better. She wants to try to make it still seem like she's somewhat relevant in women's boxing. When people give her props about how she built up women's boxing, and I just don't feel the same way. What really did you do for women's boxing? Like, you let it die. You let it die for 20 years, and then I had to come and put in all this extra work to get it to where it is now. I think that wasn't fair, and I don't think that she was as big as a pioneer in women's boxing as she thinks she was. Because I would never do that. I would pass the torch.
There are hundreds and hundreds of women who have participated in the sport of boxing over the years. They have all made a contribution in their own way. We don't need to argue over who's done more. That destructive crab in a barrel mentality is exactly what we don't need in the sport. Here she is on a recent podcast explaining how she's passing the torch and that she has created a blueprint for success, which she is now sharing with other female fighters. She says that the number one thing they need to know is how to build their brand.
I actually promote a woman fighter, and I'm giving her all the jewels and stuff that I know so she can get her big paydays too. It's a blueprint now on how you make $1 million, even if you don't have the gold medals. The biggest blueprint is build your brand.
Oh, she must have forgot years ago she recorded this and said that I gave her the piece of advice that she is now referring to as the most valuable piece of information that you need to be successful. But supposedly I didn't support her and I didn't want to pass the torch.
Laila Ali told me to build my brand, a good brand, and a brand that I want to represent and stand for. And she said, have good people behind me who I trust.
So this whole idea that she started about me being jealous because of her accolades and her surpassing me, do you realize that for years, fans have believed that there's so many fighters that are better than me? I mean, they have more titles than me. Multi-million-dollar fights are happening, more money than I ever made, more money than she's making. So I guess if I'm supposedly jealous of her, I must be hating on them too, right? Nope, I actually celebrate other women's success. I have relationships with those women. We have mutual respect. It's all love. She's the only one who decided to make herself my opposition. And she has created this drama and she's kept it going for the past 8 years. People came to know her because she kept calling out my name. She's obsessed with me and she literally cannot keep the name Laila Ali out her mouth. There are people who will say, she's confident, she talks trash. That's what fighters do. Yes, fighters talk. Nobody did it better than my father and me, and we backed it up. I've never had a problem with the fighter saying they could beat me or that they think they're better than me. That's expected. I don't consider that disrespect. But what I do have a problem with is a liar or someone who intentionally tries to disparage me in order to gain visibility and respect. As I mentioned in my interview on Sway, about 8 years ago, I offered her sparring during one of our phone conversations. I was like 40-41. It was just to give her some work. Well, she changed that subject and never took me up on the sparring. So when I mentioned it on Sway, there was a lot of comments from the public because people were surprised that she wouldn't have taken that opportunity. Now, can you imagine if she and I were to get in the ring and spar back then? You know, there would have been camera phones, it would have been recorded. She would have proof of what she could do and vice versa.
And let me just stop it right there just very quickly. Do you see the tone and the demeanor that Claressa had when she was talking about, and Laila Ali first told me, to go ahead and, build my brand into something that I really want, and, Merry Christmas to everybody. Do you see that, how she was there? This to me is a silent cry for, I need nurturing. Somebody come and nurture me. Somebody make me feel secure. Make me feel better. This is really what Claressa's problem is. And shout out to Henry Lewis, who said, why is she begging for people to understand her 6th grade mentality? Absolutely. It's out of it her again. And Laila does have a very beautiful spirit. And it is the responsibility, in my view, somebody's got to come in there and help. Somebody's got to come help Claressa. Somebody got to help her. She's crashing out.
So I guess after the feedback and comments that she saw, she felt the need to take it to social media and put out an excuse.
I don't sway that if I was so tough.
There has been a whole lot of talk about the possibility of me making a comeback to boxing. And people have had a lot to say, but I have not addressed it.
All right, y'all. So that's Laila's overview and response to Claressa, or just trying to tighten it all up. But later on in that clip, and I was up last night trying to pull all that together, needs a couple more edits on there. But also in this clip later on, she talks about how people were talking with Laila directly, and Claressa was not invited in the discussions about Laila coming back. So that it was a possibility, but for right now, if I were Claressa, if I were Laila, I wouldn't. I would do exactly as Layla has done. I really want to do this share screen, but earlier, Shrink and Sharon, you were saying that that you got it couldn't be heard when I was doing my share screen, so that's disturbing. Um, Let me try to see if I can add this other video in here, because what I wanted to do was show a compilation almost um, of Clarissa's behavior. There's a IG post of her going off and talking about, oh yes, it's every time I look up, it's always light skinned people. There always these light skinned girls that's always trying to come for me in the blase scoop. Ain't nobody coming for you, Clarissa. Nobody's coming for you in that regard. Whew, let me see. So let me see if I can add this clip. It's not a treated file, but let me see if I can add it in here because I really want to show. It's gonna be a janky clip, y'all, because I did not edit it. But this is right off of her. It's right off of her Clarissa's
talking stuff, and I don't really
IG.
like it because I know for sure it ain't about light skin, dark skin, white, black, Mexican, Puerto Rican. I'll whoop a girl ass. I already know that. So it'd be like when they be talking crazy to me, I'd be like, man, I ain't really the one to be playing with. Who is this girl? Another light skin, another light skin. Your haters really got under your skin. How my haters got under my skin when I'm on here celebrating me not being guilty for smoking weed? Hey, underscore Summers, you blocked. You is dumb as hell. You blocked, man. And then once again, proving my point. Another light skinned girl.
I mean, she's looking like a third grader, a fourth grader in a classroom that just doesn't understand, I don't even know what kind of math they teach in the fourth grade, but she looks like she don't understand the assignment. And, and she's beautiful. She looks beautiful in this picture right here. Too bad she doesn't realize it. Too bad she doesn't realize it. Something's missing in this girl's world, missing in her life that's not fulfilling her. Adam says Clarissa needs to, yeah, shut up. Every time she opens her mouth, she shows how stupid she is. Right? She argues over everything. So she's colorist. What's my skin have to do with noticing ignorance? And what you say exactly? Layla Ali is the A side. Ooh, let me see what Purple Cat you said. I think she realized getting with Papoose did not give her the attention she wanted. So now she's going hard on Layla to get the attention and the fake glow up. And I think somewhere, I guess they said something about she's now doing MMA. And maybe nobody will touch her with a 10-foot pole. I don't know, but she has some personality, some level of a personality. And again, allegedly, and this is just my opinion, and I'm not a medical doctor. I don't play one on TV, but she's giving some level of incompatibility with reality. Okay. And I'm not saying throw her out with the bathwater. I'm saying somebody close has to be honest with Clarissa, maybe put on, that boxing protection or whatever, because she might, throw some hands. But they got to tell her the truth. They need to tell her the truth. Because what she's doing right now, and then to be disparaging, shout out to Dr. Nikki, to be disparaging a legend like Layla. And then there's another clip, and it might be in here somewhere, where she's talking about her daddy would never. Girl, you can't do not speak on her daddy. Let's finish with this. Here we go.
Listen, if you're a light-skinned girl and you love me, I love you too. But I am telling you, some of these light-skinned girls be having like self-esteem problems. And the fact that my self-esteem is up here and theirs is down here.
You sure about that?
With me. It's always the light-skinned girls who think they just so pretty, and just because they born light-skinned that they just all that they can come up and talk. Oh, because you think you're pretty. I'm gonna tell you something. One, I look better than you. I look better than you, so you can get off my. That's one. And then two, why are you on my stuff
if you don't like me? Why? Oh, it's giving obsessed. It's giving obsessed, light skin, red bone. Yeah, get your funny looking ass up out of here. I don't play with these things. It's mostly a lot of light skinned women who come bothering me. Yeah, I said what I said. I said what I said. They be hating on everything. Oh, she just thinks she's so pretty, but she got a strong jawline. Baby, you see this face. What the hell wrong with you? I'm our ancestors' dream, girls. You crazy? Stop playing with me. I'm light skinned, I love you. Oh, I love you too. You all right. You good. I don't even mean to come at all light skinned girls for real, but usually they're the ones that be inboxing me or who be commenting me talking stuff. And I don't really be liking that because I know for sure it ain't about light skin, dark skin, white, black, Mexican, Puerto Rican. I'll whoop a girl ass. I already know that. So it'd be like when they be talking crazy to me, I'd be like, man, I ain't really the one to be playing with. Who is this girl?
So, Dr. Nikki, yes, indeed, the link is dropped, and anybody else that would like to pull up and chime in on this discussion, you are welcome to jump in because there's so many things in this to unpack. And again, it's sad and it's unfortunate, and I think it can be resolved. That's the biggest thing. I think Claressa has the opportunity to, she has the opportunity to really become someone that can really be beneficial to the community, but she's going to need help to do that. Shout out to you, Dr. Nikki. How you doing?
Hey, Mel, one of my favorite people.
And you are mine too. There we
How
go.
are you?
Doing great. Doing great. What's going on? Glad to see you. Thank you so much. What's going on?
Listen, so I wanted to say something that seems to be missing or is like an oversight. Like people kind of been skirting around it. One of, and I'm a fan of Claressa, and I'm definitely a fan of, Laila Ali. I mean, absolutely, and I'm a, boxing aficionado.
Sure.
So, I'm fans of everybody in the sport. However, the biggest issue here is that Claressa is trying to establish a brand in all the wrong ways. And her problem is this. Her brand is that she's a home wrecker.
Ooh.
That's what her brand is. And I'm just going to cut straight to the chase. And that's what she can't get around. I'm a huge fan of Papoose. I'm a huge fan of Remy Ma, together and apart.
Yeah.
That's what Claressa needs to be focusing on, and her trying to hang on and trying to be disparaging and this mean girl against someone who is okay. When you're in a position of power, you don't have to initiate or negotiate a thing. And that's something else too that Claressa's youthful, naivety is, kicking her in the butt. Laila Ali beating Claressa does nothing for her legacy, but it would do everything for Claressa.
Right.
So you get more, flies with honey. And that's what she seems to not get. And there's no one in her team to tell her that. So this, you scared and I'm gonna knock you out and all this, that, and the third. You got to be able to knock other people out before you can even think about knocking her out. Because Laila Ali said it. I have more knockouts than you have wins. And the way Laila Ali went about this was the way that you should do it. And that's what Claressa should walk away knowing. This woman, little girl me, let me learn from it and move forward. But her brand is one of a home wrecker. And that's what is her Achilles heel.
I couldn't disagree with you at all, Doctor. And that's why they call you Dr. Nikki, because you are the one. You're absolutely correct. And I don't disagree with you at all. And it's sad. And you know what? And I feel like that's what people need to be saying to her. Maybe not in public, but somebody needs to say to her, hey, girl, before you get in there trying to call out a living legend, because this girl ain't just the daughter of a legend. She's the active or formerly active title-winning daughter of a legend.
She earned her accolades.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, I don't know. It's sad. It's sad. In terms of how she's going, she's crashing out. She's crashing out. Let me shout out at Too Persuasive, because you putting in the wrong cash app too.
I
She
love
putting in.
myself some Too Persuasive. I
I
miss
do
her
too.
being over there in the other spot.
I
But
know.
yeah, but I don't even see it as sad. It is representative of where Clarissa's generation falls short. You
Right.
don't come to someone else who has what you want by trying to bully them to get it. That's no incentive for them to give it to you.
Exactly. Especially when there's nothing in it for them. Like Layla don't need your $15 million.
Like
And if
Mel,
oh,
I
go ahead.
think I think that here's what I would have done had I been her, or this is what I would have suggested had I been, somebody who's on her team.
Mm-hmm.
I would have said, Clarissa, first of all, don't challenge her like that because there's no guarantee that you can do all you say you're gonna do. Because
Right.
what's gonna really look bad is for this older woman to come in here and make, quick work out of you.
Ooh, quick work.
Quick work, okay?
Exactly. Exactly.
The other thing is, it would be more appealing to her if, one, you find out what she cares about. If she's philanthropic in nature, which we know that she is, why not approach her about an exhibition match and the money raised from it goes to some sort of a charity? And we can say old school legend versus up and coming new school legend, and let's tout it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Not,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tear you down because the only reason you are who you are is because of your daddy. And if that is that, so what? You
Mm-hmm.
can't pick who your parents are.
Right. No, I completely agree, and somebody needs to pull her up. Let me shout out these people in the comments real quick, and also Sisterella is up on the stage. Shout out to you. Let me make this clear. I love me some Sean Davy Way show. So
Oh,
whoever's
for
in here,
sure.
oh God,
For
Ooh,
sure. Hair
woo.
flip.
Oh, hair flip all day, baby. So please go to his channel too. Go ahead and put those details in there. But yeah, so we love Sean David Waite show. But I had to tell too. She hit the wrong. You was putting the wrong cash app in because the cash app got to come and then I said. So anyway, but yeah, no, we love Sean David Waite. So don't anybody mistake that.
Oh, for
Um,
sure. We got teeth over there.
Come on with it. Come on. And so let me also let me just okay, so Ramon, and shout out to everybody in the chat. Please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate it very much if you do so. Ramon says if Papoose really was concerned about Clarissa, he would have said, let me handle my business and get fully divorced. You have a brand to protect, Clarissa. Absolutely. And why no one is saying that to her is beyond me. I mean, people that have her ear, because people have been saying that in the comments, like on IG and whatnot. And all she does is go off on them. Like, girl, you need to shut your mouth up. Don't you got somebody? And you don't, it's like, girl, you don't got to do all that, Clarissa. Especially if you high and tight with your man. You don't got to do all that.
Right, but Mel, it seems like she's pursuing him. She needs to tell herself to wait.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Exactly. And I hate to say this because I love me some Papoose too from the time I have, from Jump Street. But can Papoose even get out of that relationship if he wanted to, or is he under duress? I mean, I'm sorry, I hate to say that, but is he? Can he leave that relationship on his own accord if he wanted to? Because I wonder at this point.
With Clarissa or with Remy?
With Clarissa.
You think he's under duress? I am upset with you, Mel. I'm gonna drop down off your panel. I'm never coming back.
Okay, I'm just saying. I just want to know because the way she's behaving is like maybe he can't freely leave. I mean, I don't know. It's just too much.
Can I join the conversation or no?
Yes, please jump.
I'm about to jump down.
Jump on in.
So I'm gonna make a lot of people mad, especially you Papoose and Remy Ma fans. Remy Ma was famous for doing her ether. Right, and she did. I think another. She had a couple of actually not really hits, but she came out because she is an MC, right? But she ain't ever came out with a full album, and she let Fat Joe run her around. Who's a tether? Okay. So at the end of the day, I have no skin in the game for Remy Ma on top of that. So I'm not here to fight her battles for her. Second of all, if you've been fans of Clarissa before she went to the Olympics and you saw her coming up, growing up, then you're a real fan. Her indiscretions and things that she's done in her age right now, she could turn that around. That's not her legacy. Her legacy is not a homewrecker. Papoose and Remy Ma were having problems before Clarissa, I think, stepped in. And the relationship was already on the outs because Remy Ma had already cheated on him with some other young dude. So that's not even a comparison. The other issue I have is that, yes, the legend Layla Ali coming out to fight Clarissa right now, it would not be a good look because she's been out, she hasn't been training, number one, and she could lose to Clarissa because Clarissa has been training and Clarissa has been fighting. Knockouts and wins are that. They are knockouts and wins. But the fact that we have to pick the two over one or the other, and these are two Black American women, one who's a living legend and one who's literally, well, they're both living legends, but one who is seasoned and the other one is still learning how to become a student of the game. So I expect Layla Ali to be more poised and more concise and to the point when it comes to her legacy. What I think is unfair is that Clarissa Shields is not given that same grace at this moment in time, and people are trying to equate her sexual indiscretions or her personal life as relatable to her career, and I don't think that's right. I think at this moment in time, people got to literally like start putting facts with facts and like make a thing a thing. If this is just about boxing, I don't care about her relationship life. I don't, because let's talk about boxing. And if this is about like I said, age or respect, then let's make it about that.
Well, well,
Because at
well,
the end of the
well.
day, I think Carissa did come off very, very disrespectful.
Mhm.
And I think that Layla Ali was letting her know, like, yeah, we could have did this had COVID not hit. Because I remember that. But the ship has sailed. I'm going on and doing other things. So using me as a kind of like a catalyst to try to, you know, prepare your career even further, it doesn't look good for you,
Well,
right?
hold on, Sister Ella, let me interrupt you just for a minute because I appreciate your perspective, and I appreciate your
And
perspective.
I'm a fan of both. So
Okay, okay,
there's
and
that.
that's all good. That's all good in the neighborhood. Thank you, and I appreciate your perspective. Destiny Dwayne says it's it's Clarissa Shields who wants to be Layla during the day and Remy Ma at night. And boy, I wish I had a bell because I'd be like ding 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 ding. I do got a little bell sitting over there. I'd be ding 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 because you said it all. And I do want us to. I want to say this because Sister Rella, I appreciate you trying to make sure that we keep a thing and keep the main thing. But the main thing today in this discussion, because let's see here. Let me get it right. Let me get it right. Here we go. Layla, or as you were, Clarissa is the one who said that Layla Ali is jealous. She said Layla Ali is jealous. And that is the farthest thing from the truth. And so in that's enough to say, well, wait a minute. Now, for her to say that and not even say, did I say that? And nobody to even get in there and be like, hey girl, what? Nobody is checking her on that. She's this, and this is the whole point in terms of me covering this, is that somebody got to check Clarissa. Because you're right, it doesn't matter what she's doing in her own personal life, it's her business. But I think that what's going on in her personal life is contributing to her dysfunction. She's she
Definitely.
she yeah, she's getting it. She's not getting any love, any support because of the type of relationship she's in. So when she goes live, people are in the girl, that ain't your man. You know that's somebody else's husband. She's getting that. And that's stirring her up and not allowing her to sit easy and comfortably, etc. And you're taking it out on the first person who like I said, I ran that piece of the clip where she's like, later one that told me to go ahead and put myself together a brand, one that people would like and love, etc. So you spoke fondly of it then. Exactly, in my view, Ramon, Clarissa's giving delusional.
Yeah, and I
So
want to rebut a couple of her
yes,
points too.
please, yes,
When you
please.
finish,
No, I'm done. Go ahead. You got it. You got it. You got it.
Okay, so I'm on my phone, and please pardon me, but I can't see your name. Could you tell me your name again? The other sister on the panel,
Sisterella.
Sisterella.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, first of all, I appreciate your comments. I really do, and you have some very valid points, in my opinion. However, one of the things I did not say was that her being a homewrecker was her legacy. I said right now that's her brand.
Yeah.
And she can turn that around, but it doesn't seem like that's what she is interested in doing, or she doesn't have the right people on her team to help her do that or to help her see that. Because one, you have to acknowledge something before you can change it. And I don't think that she sees anything wrong with the way that she is going about this, because it is representative of her generation and the other things that we see, going on YouTube and these other social media, apps or what have you. So she's on par with that, but it's not helping her. And in addition to that, fighting Layla Ali does not help her legacy, because Layla Ali is not a contender.
Right. Right.
So, again, it's like, what are you focusing on, and what are some of the things that you're hurting by trying to run after something and trying to bully somebody into giving you something that, one, you haven't earned in Layla's eyes, and you don't deserve in Layla's eyes. And she's the person that you're asking this information from or wanting this fight from. So, those are my points. Again, I would never speak on what Clarissa's legacy is, because
And I
she's
know
so young. And
Mm-hmm.
she is, still building her legacy. We don't know. She might, surpass, Layla Ali's numbers, what have you, because she's got enough time to do that.
Yeah.
And if she does, I'm here and, very happy to see her be able to do that.
Right.
However, we're talking about the here and the right now. And I can't blame this on Papoose.
Right. No, we can't. You can't blame it on Papoose, and you can't, and these are my words, and I appreciate what you said, Dr. Nikki, because I agree with you. And that's the part of what I'm getting at, is there's so many moving parts here, and the at the center of this is a young Black woman who, as everybody knows, came up out of Flint and struggled and had a hard time. I want to say this without making it sound like I'm trying to make a joke, because that Flint water crisis was never a joke.
Right.
And
Clarissa is evidence that God is real, because she is phenomenal.
absolutely. And here's the other thing, though. Where was she when that crisis was going on? Because I don't know her age and what, where she was. But, if she was drinking that water, is this even a contributing piece to the way in which she's reasoning? And
Not the water.
and
Saying something in the watermill.
I'm not, because I'm really not trying to make light of it, but I'm wondering if, I don't want to discount that. I'm going to just be honest with you. I don't want to discount that, because here we have a young Black woman who, like I said on here, she's
Another light skin.
not
Another
trying to
light
play
skin.
this video, but she's beautiful when she wants to be.
Absolutely. No, she is. She is. She
Oh
is.
my God.
And Layla Ali wasn't talking about color and all this other kind of stuff. So why are you? That has nothing to do with nothing.
Exactly. And this is what I'm getting at. And so somebody who has a more like, hey, Clarissa, if you're watching this video, please get at me. Okay? You can get at me on IG or Twitter. Because she needs somebody that's going to sit her down. I'm going to be behind a wall, though, because she ain't going to throw no hands on me. But the point I'm getting at is that somebody's got to get her and say, hey, look here, girl, this is not how you do it. Let's get your stuff tightened up. She needs a media person. And somebody in here in the comments said Papoose is the one that's handling her, but Papoose might have to abdicate his role and put this in the hands of somebody else. Because this is a beautiful young Black woman who can help and influence up young black women coming up. But if not, she is going to self-destruct. She's just going to self-destruct. Destiny Dwayne is saying any person who can praise Muhammad Ali but disrespect his youngest daughter in the same breath is disgusting. I agree completely. And got Sister Rella coming back to the stage. Let's see. Also, as if Muhammad Ali would be okay with anything that Claressa Shields is saying about his kid. That's what I'm talking about. And the fact that you're not applying logic, Claressa. You're not even applying logic to that. And are you thinking because you took a couple pictures with Muhammad Ali and Laila when he was receiving his award, do you think that gives you carte blanche to trash his child? It does not.
And reverence for those who made it so that you could make more than what she made.
Come on with it. And then to say, well, it's not fair. She should have she let it down. Well, look, what? I mean, so should we get mad at Rosa Parks and Harriet Tubman and everybody else should we get mad at all them? I think not. It's out of pocket. Sister Rella, I see you back on the stage. What's up?
I just really think that, you know.
I can't hear you clear, Rella, like your microphone is down, babe.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Still low.
Yes, I can hear.
Okay, can you hear me now?
You sound muffled, honey. People in the audience, can y'all hear Sister Rella? Try it again, Rella. It was sounding like almost like a whisper.
Okay, can you hear me now?
It's very low, Rella, like your microphone is covered up, babe.
I feel like I'm loud. It's not covered up.
I know what you. Well, yeah. Try to just come back in. Go out and come back in, Rella, and see if that works.
Let me take the Bluetooth.
Ramon says Claressa doesn't have.
Okay, can you hear me now? Is that better?
Very much better. Yes. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. You got it.
So, huh?
I said, go ahead. You got it.
Oh, I think that for the very same reasons that Laila Ali got out of boxing, Claressa Shields is looking for her next elevation. And again, Laila Ali is not giving her the opportunity because Laila Ali she's reached the pinnacle, right? And she's retired. So at the end of the day, it's not like, again, Claressa Shields is like a throwaway. I think that, in my opinion, her life is her life. She should have not gotten with Papoose because I do believe that behavior, that New York behavior, is the same behavior that Remy Ma had, and it was no different. I really think that she should have gave herself time to really find someone that is actually going to help, not just cultivate her career, but also be her helpmate. And I'm not saying that he's not. I'm saying everybody loves Papoose, the entertainer. We don't know Papoose personally, the man.
And he's not available.
outside of
Legally, you're right.
the relationship that he had with Remy Ma, right? And I
Correct.
think that's on purpose. So I feel as if we can't really define what that looks like. But if the behavior is, he's also not coming out saying, hey, let's leave that alone and let's go ahead and build up women's boxing just like they're doing the WNBA and bring in new talent, bring in tougher talent. Like she says, she's got somebody that she's training. Cool. But that's not somebody that's going to help you propel yourself. So maybe Claressa has to sit with the fact that she is going to be a legend in her own right and whatever her career ended off at, because there was no one else to go to the next level for her. So there she's going to continuously have to build that for boxing, women's boxing. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I know I heard you say she's going over to MMA. She's been talking about going over to MMA. So that might be a different challenge, right? Because it's mixed martial arts and coupled with, the education of boxing. So that probably will be better for her. And that's another level for her. But to continue the path of, and I do agree with the doctor, to continue the path of trying to go after Laila Ali for like I said, a propel in your career, she got to let that go. She got to let that go. That's not where it's at. It's a dead end because Laila Ali is retired.
I think she would have been better off building a stronger relationship with Laila Ali and them two working together to, like I said, build up women's boxing. And I landed there.
Yeah, well, thank you for
I
that. And
agree.
yeah, I agree too. And also, um, no, I
Very well
agree.
said, by the way.
Absolutely. Yes, excellently said. But here's the thing. So it's no longer an option at this time. And that's the unfortunate part because Layla said she said in the video at the very beginning, it's over. Well, I'm paraphrasing bigly. But essentially she's saying, oh, y'all can hang that one up. I'm not messing with this girl. And that's the unfortunate part. And this is why somebody's got to step in and say, hey, Claressa, get your stuff together and stop attacking the very person that when they were giving you attention and were powdering you down, you were just sucking it all up. And essentially, this is what you want. So one, you've got to learn, Claressa, how to ask for that. You have to learn how to say, hey, I'm feeling low, I'm feeling bad, I need guidance, I need direction. Because somebody, like I said, if she approached me, I would be behind a wall that she wouldn't be able to throw a fist through. And I would tell her, you got to cut Papu loose and straighten out that public image of yourself. Demonstrate some level of humility and say, hey, look, y'all, I made a mistake. And because we all have. So who hasn't made a mistake or committed a sin, y'all throw the first stone. So she can do that. Pull up with some humility and quit attacking Laila Ali. Quit throwing Muhammad Ali's name all around as though he supports you in direct conflict with his own beautiful, followed in his footsteps daughter. Don't do that. And conduct yourself like someone who others are looking up to. Because if she can just easily put her mouth on Layla the way she's doing it, what do you think they're going to say about her when she finally retires? No matter whether she changes her brand or her image or not. Oh, she was messing with a married man. She was threatening that man's wife, and because she's done that. So
But see,
she just needs. Yeah, go ahead.
But see, Mel, here's the other thing, and Sisterella, this is another thing, a point that I'm, trying to make here is that she's making Papoose, her brand, and they are not the same people. Every time you see her in an interview, the first name out of her mouth is what she and Papoose are doing and what we're gonna do. We want to know what you're gonna do with your boxing life. We don't care about that. And she has to be mindful. I don't even think she's mindful or conscious or cognizant of the fact that the first name out of her mouth is she feels like I need to defend me and Papoose. No, that's not why we're bringing you here. You have your own career and your own identity separate and apart from him. Focus on that. So she needs to be refocused on what made her, got her to where she is. That's my humble suggestion. And stop saying his name. If I were giving her media training, I would say, here are some words that you may not say ever. I don't care how many times they bring it up. I think you need to not, and Papoose' name would be one, and Remy Ma's name would be number two, because you are giving them publicity, not yourself.
Right. And I don't care if they're in the room. You don't bring their name up.
Because they don't bring her name up.
Girl, ain't that it? Ain't that? And Remy Ma went underground. She's just like, look, I ain't having none of this because she doesn't need to. Yeah.
Did the other young lady leave again?
Oh, looks like she did drop down. Looks like, yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm a Virgo, so you know what it is with me. She needs help. She has a very big problem with the color of our beautiful women, where as soon as someone points out what she's doing is wrong, she points out that person's light skin, shaking my head.
Right. Exactly. And that's nothing but projection. So we know that that's a self-esteem issue.
Exactly. But let her tell her she's got high level self-esteem, and and maybe she does at times, and that's what I'm saying. She's not like I said, the picture that we're seeing here on the screen right now, beautiful. Love her hair. The jewelry is straight banging with the glow. But she got a problem, and somebody needs to help her with it. They just need to help her with it. She's got to come to that realization that, Claressa, you got to straighten out, babe, because the way you're dogging Laila Ali out, you're going to get dogged worse. Just give it a few years. You're going to get.
Well, it says more about her than Laila Ali because she can't speak for Laila Ali.
Absolutely.
And I don't like to see it happening, but sometimes people have to learn. And I don't think she needs to be told behind the scenes because she's very loud and proud with it. Some people only understand when you say it out in public.
Right. Right.
So, again, that was my little 2 cents on something. Who am I? I'm just me with an opinion based on some data.
Dr.
Uh, and has a love for Mel Cruz and her show. That's all I am. So let me drop down. It is always good to see you when you go live. I stop what I'm doing and I run over to your channel.
I
So it
appreciate
just gives
that.
me so much life. And thank you for having me up. And I was hoping I'd be able to engage with the other sister that was up there. Because again, she speaks very intelligently, and I'm not being condescending or anything. I appreciated the points that she made, and just wanted to say, hey, keep doing your thing.
Yeah, yeah, no, absolutely. And and thank you, Dr. Nikki. I appreciate you showing up all the time. You're just awesome. You guys
Absolutely.
take a page out of Dr. Nikki's book and subscribe, hit the notification bell so that when I go live, you can pull up in here too. Okay.
And come with an open mind.
Yes, indeed, because we talk about a variety of things here. So thanks, Dr.
Absolutely.
Nikki. I sure do appreciate you. I'm going
You
to go
have a
through
great day.
you as well. You as well. I'm going to go
Bye-bye.
through a couple more of these comments by Dr. Nikki. Thanks a lot again. Appreciate you. This is I'm a Virgo, so you know what it is, what time it is with me. Says, hi, I'm new here. Sorry, but I had to get in on this. So she is so uneducated. Every time she speaks, my mouth drops. I mean, and there's a she reflects that. She reflects that. And again, um, this is what I'm saying, that somebody somebody in her inner circle has got to get to Claressa Shields and tell her, hey, baby, this ain't it. And I think, to be honest with you, it's got to be a black woman, because then we can cut all the way across the field and say, no. And there's some reaffirmations that Claressa needs that she's not going to get from anyone else except a black woman. Now, you can like it or not. If you go, this statement is enough to make you leave, just hit the like button on the way out, subscribe on the way out. But this is the truth. This is one of those sister to sister moments that Claressa has got to have. Let's see. Miss J is saying Claressa have been buying viewers on her. Hold on just a minute. Claressa has been buying views on her YouTube channel after Laila's second video passed her video in one day. After hers was up 3 days, so she bought over 300,000 plus views and was bragging on her live. Now, how you know that, Miss J? I need, do I need to drop the link for you to come up here and tell us how you got to that? I need to know this because that's interesting. Let's see, but that's funny. Laila Ali done an elegant. Yes, she did, Ramon. Just. Oh my God. Let's see. Yeah, we love Dr. Nikki. Let's see. Claressa needs to decenter PAP and stop talking about the Ali family and build her own legacy, focusing on herself. It's imperative because at some point, I think, and you guys let me know in the comments, at some point, I think that if she doesn't, things are going to go horrible for her. Her future is not going to be a long or be one with any level of longevity. She's got to get it together. So Sister Rose, you said you were trying to come back up. Let's see. And the sad thing is, Claressa will probably listen to a clear woman first. Yeah. Okay. So, and then let's see. So I'm a Virgo saying she will never accept the help because she feels everyone else has a problem. I'm subscribing right now. Thank you. I'm a Virgo. That might be the case. And that's why I'm saying it is so important that somebody who is able to connect has got to get in there and do what they can to salvage, because she's on a self-destruction mode. Let me see. I'm trying to find. So she tried to do her little clap back, which, I was up late last night and I didn't get that part recorded. She tried to do a little clap back, and I feel like Claressa feels like if she puts on makeup and gets her hair done, that she's now somebody else's equal. The problem is that just because you look good on the outside doesn't make you equal to another beautiful person. Because that same person you think is beautiful could be ugly on the inside, just like, and I hate to say this, I hate to say this about a black woman, but Clarissa's ugly on the inside. She's ugly on the inside. Her whole attitude, and she's immature. Um, so wait a minute. So Carrie, you're saying she did buy views. I saw the receipts on Sweet. Oh Lord. Flamer says, new here, Ali just posted another video, no words. It's called Trip Down Memory Lane, showing all her accomplishments aside from boxing. And that's what she meant by brand yourself. Let me see if I can find that. Let me see here. Let me see. Where'd you see that at, Flamer? On IG or what? I'll wait. Hold on. I'm over here now trying to see if I can find that. Let me see. Yeah, somebody have to drop the link to me for me to find it because there's just so much going on the. You said you did see it. She did buy the views. Purple Couch is saying that it's like she's searching, trying to find her brand, like Laila advised her to do, and she needs guidance because she has no clue what to do. She's failing miserably. Yeah, that's true. And again, if someone can get into her, someone she'd be willing to listen to and tell her, hey, this is not the way. First of all, get rid of the husband of the get rid of the husband that you're in a relationship with. Get rid of him, and as publicly as y'all togetherness has been, you need to publicly break that off. If anything, you need to apologize to the wife and say, hey, you know what? I disrespected your marriage. I disrespected me, and I disrespected what I stand for. So I'm cutting this off with Papoose. And until or unless he makes a decision, because that is one thing, he's got control. Remy Ma saying she been to gave him the papers, but he ain't signing. So whatever that's all about, I don't know. I really don't care to get into it. Now, at least not on this show. Maybe on another one. Y'all hit the subscribe button. But that's totally not relevant at this point. The center of this discussion is Claressa Shields. You got to step your game up, Claressa. You got to step your game up. Claressa is a Pisces. This is why she's delusional. Let me see here. She had nothing but yes man's on her live. Yeah. That's got to be. And again, not trying to be funny, but are you threatening? Are these men intimidated by you? I mean, I don't know. You're saying Ramon's saying she's combatant. Very true. And Flamer's saying there's an app that literally shows you how they buy their views and subs. Yeah, I know that part is right, but I can't see. And how petty is that Claressa would come out and say something about Laila. I've been coming out saying stuff about Laila. Laila finally comes out and says, hey, I made time today. I'm going to discuss this. I'm going to address this. And she did it so eloquently. And she clearly demonstrated all of the areas where she's been patient and loving and caring and all these things towards her. And yet the only thing Claressa can do is come out and still see, she need to get it together. And then you'll turn around and buy views. It's a sick competition. There's a mental imbalance there. Ray, you shouldn't say that, babe. They say don't like that R word, baby. Let's see. So I never understood why people buy views. Yeah, that's true. Claressa wants this love and hip hop brand. I think so. I think she thinks maybe that's the people that are responding to her. She'll never get a deal like Carrie, didn't you say it? She'll never get a brand deal like Angel Reese. And you calling her Clarence. Clarence has no class. You know what? That is so phenomenal because she won't ever get a deal like Angel Reese. And they said Angel Reese is cooking. Angel Reese, I think she did something, and she got Shaq in her corner. And this is exactly what I'm saying. She got Shaq in her corner, leading and directing and guiding her. And this is what Claressa needs. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Papoose, what are you doing, babe? Don't you realize that this girl is looking like a hot mess? And is it feeding your ego? Yeah, you know that's how I do it. I'm Papoose. You know they go goose for the poos. Like what? I mean, what's going on? What we doing, Papoose? Why you got your girl out here looking just ignorant? Oh, I'm a Virgo, so you know what time it is. Nuh-uh, not she's Chris. Oh, y'all. Ooh, y'all hard in here. Y'all hit that like button as hard as y'all are on being on Claressa right now. And hit the subscribe button even harder. This is crazy. Oh, it's on Layla's YouTube page. Oh man, let me see if I can find that. You might as well go on and put the link. I don't even know if I have it where you can put the link in the chat. Oh my goodness. Let me see, can I find that? Oh Lord, this is where I need a mod. Let me see. Laila Ali knows how to clap back without damaging her brand. Yeah, she does, because all she had to do is speak facts. So we need to find this Black woman help. All jokes aside, she suffers from CTE. Yeah, something's wrong. I mean, there really is something wrong. Let me see if I can find. Y'all give me a minute. Let me see if I can find. Let me see. Hold on just a minute, y'all. Matter of fact, let me do this so y'all can take that out there. Y'all can walk me through it. Let me see. Because I was on. Wait a minute. Here we go. Okay, so I'm on my IG, and I was on looking for Laila. Let's see, LAI, because she said one of the videos she has out. She said I'm not going to discuss it on here, but I will discuss it on this channel. Which again, smooth branding on her part. Smooth. Oh come on. Are you going to try to buffer on us, sister? Is we serious right now? Let me see here. Laila Ali. All right. Well, we'll hit the stop sharing because I don't know what the hell's going on here. And yep. Okay. All right. So we'll finish these comments. I guess we'll just wrap it up because I don't have that video and I wish I did. I'd love to hear it. Christiana and Claressa. Oh my. Yeah. Ooh. Y'all are on one of these comments for real, for real. Let's see. All she want to do is rap and bang. Ooh wee. All she want to do is rap. Well, who wants to fight someone being retired over 18 years? Purple Couch, I know I can rely on you for something sane and logical. Yes, she was on Victoria's Secret's runway and she looked beautiful. She absolutely did. And again, it's sad that at this point, Claressa's not even going to get that if she does not change her ways. She's going to have to switch up what they say, switch the style up and watch the money pile up. That's what she's going to have to do. Let's see. Let me do this. I appreciate all y'all in the chat. I even appreciate you guys staying here while I try to find that breaking news video that the comment said was in there. So here we are. Let's see. Laila responds to Claressa Shields' offer. We know what that is. I want to do the share screen piece, but here we go. I want to do the full share screen, but the last time you're saying they can't hear the sound, so I'm going to try to run it with the sound. You guys let me know in the comments if you can hear it or not. Let's see what we got here. Let's see.
Give you an answer. The answer is yes. I am going to answer your question. when I'm good and ready to do it. Because you know what? Nobody calls shots on me. I do things when and how and where I like to do them. Bye. Love you guys. Now,
so were you guys able to hear the sound there? Hopefully you say yes, you could hear it. Oh yeah, okay, Marley Marl. Okay, so good. Let's look for let's see. And then did you guys see about the other young lady that Claressa was trying to bring up and say, yeah, and Laila got a problem with her too. Yeah, and Sharon, do you remember her name? I can't remember the name. And I looked that young lady up, and she looks like another young lady. Again, these are future having the same position, ability to build a legacy like Laila Ali if they play their cards right. That's what we have here. So if maybe that young girl is who Claressa is got set up to brand, and like she was saying, yeah, I'm gonna give it my brand. Let me see here. I don't know. I do not know where this video might be, but this is the video that we were overviewing today. So even with this one, this is the one I was working with last night. Let me try to run some of this.
You go below the belt. I really did not want to have to respond to this video because I am not.
Shut your mouth up. You know you ain't right, Claressa. Let's see. Who is this lady? Oh, Lord, have mercy.
Because I am not into tearing another black woman down. This is just another example of the older hating on the youth.
Okay. And I saw this last night. Now, you guys tell me, is that what this is? Do we really look at Claressa as the youth? That's what I'm saying. Maybe she just hasn't, her growth has been stunted. You're not a youth anymore, Claressa. You're a grown woman in a full-fledged relationship with somebody else's husband, and you will fight them if they and call them out if they run that up on you in the live somewhere. You're not the youth. You're not a 16-year-old. You're not a 12-year-old. You're not a 9-year-old. Stop that. You're skewed. Your perspective is jacked up.
So now I want to come and set the record straight on what really happened, how our beef started, and how we got here today. So let's take it back to the beginning. 16-year-old Claressa Shields from Flint, Michigan, fighting her way to the Olympics to represent her country. Now, for those who don't know, around this time, I was relatively unknown. I was a diamond in the rough. Mary Spencer was 3-time world champion. She is from Canada. Me and Mary Spencer met up at the Continental Championships to face off. And oh, did I put a whooping on Mary Spencer. For those who don't know, the World Championships and the amateurs come around every 2 years, where all the countries in the world meet at the World Championships, and you have to fight 5 to 6 days back to back to become world champion and hold a gold medal. Mary Spencer did that 6 years in a row. I, relatively unknown, at the age of 16, beat Mary Spencer on the point system, 17 points to 34. After that, interviews flooded in from all over.
And one of them is boxer Claressa Shields. She just finished her junior year at Flint Northwestern, and while her classmates enjoy summer vacation, she'll be competing in the world's biggest stage.
She has to be one of the potential feel-good stories of the London Games.
American Claressa Shields has the potential to stand out from the crowd. At the age of 17, she was the youngest boxer to try out for the national team. And Shields hopes to qualify for the London Olympics by finishing in the top 8 of the middleweight category in China.
You know, I always have the highest hopes for myself. So she was not the first person to interview me. Me beating Mary Spencer put everybody on notice.
Okay, so let's stop there because Laila Ali didn't say she was the first person. This is nothing but ingratitude on behalf of Claressa, and it's these things. It's these little personality defects that are not going to serve Claressa well in her career, in her building of a brand. Laila didn't say she was the first to ever interview her. She did say she interviewed her. Come on, Claressa, you're not even listening. It's ridiculous.
the young black girl from Flint was coming. Speaking of all the interviews that I did, Laila Ali came to the Olympic Training Center where I was training for the Olympics at, and me and her developed a big sister and little sister relationship. And now I wonder if it was even genuine because she gave me bad advice. She told me to stay amateur and win as many Olympic gold medals as I can because there was no TV exposure and no money for women's boxing in the professionals.
When she asked for advice, I gave her valuable branding advice and boxing advice so she could have long-term success in and outside of the ring. I told her she should hire a nutritionist, trim off that excess body fat.
That was nothing but her trying to body shame me and discredit me for winning world championships at weight classes in 5 different weight classes, which is 154, 160, 168, 175, and 175 plus. I went against her advice, and I was the first woman to make $1 million in women's boxing. Before this interview on The Breakfast Club with Laila Ali, me and her were very friendly. This is what ignited the entire beef.
You got Claressa Shields now, who's an Olympic champion. She went to the Olympics, won twice. Women's boxing wasn't in the Olympics when I fought. She actually fights at the weight class I fought in. And she's doing great. I mean, it's still not what I would have wanted. I would have wanted more because I have a big picture in my head. It was great.
Would you ever get back in the ring just for fun, shits and giggles?
Money right, Laila there, and I don't think there's anyone there for me right now that would actually give me a good challenge.
She claims that I took this out of context. And one thing I will say, she wasn't just saying that I wasn't good enough to inspire her and to give her a challenge. She was saying that all the women who were currently boxing could not give her.
Okay, so I'm not going to accept any interpretation from you, Claressa. I'm not going to accept that because you're not processing things logically. You're not processing things logically. And then on top of that, Claressa's making it seem as though Laila Ali cannot speak her truth about her legacy, her boxing, about her. Like, so now if Laila goes on an interview, she has to consider what you might think or how you will process what she says, if she says whatever. Laila said from her own perspective, I don't think there's anybody out there that can entice me. That's right, Claressa. You don't interest her to come back out. You're not worth it to her. She doesn't need the $15 million like you do. And you had to go and pull it all up. You had to go scrounge it up. Somebody in the comments said something about she got it from a music producer. Well, you couldn't just go to your bank and get it. So no, Laila can make her own decisions. Like, stop it. This is ridiculous.
A challenge. The problem is that I am the only one that says something. Now, coincidentally, I'm not the first woman athlete that she's done this to. Let's rewind again and take it back to when Ronda Rousey was the queen of combat sports.
Are you a fan of Ronda Rousey?
I wouldn't say that.
Before it was me, Ronda Rousey was the queen of combat sports. I mean, this girl was armbarring girls in less than 30 seconds. She was viral. She was making hundreds of millions of dollars in her field. When she was on top of her game dominating, Laila Ali became jealous. And instead of her embracing Ronda Rousey, she started during interviews telling everyone how she would beat Ronda Rousey in a fight because she was too small and the size of her daughter.
I haven't been to the grocery store in months because this delivery service offers hundreds of high-quality, non-GMO.
Play the clip.
Do you think Ronda Rousey, would you be able to take Ronda Rousey?
And no woman can beat me, period.
No woman.
No woman, period.
Not even Ronda.
Of course not. She's too much smaller than me anyway. She's like the size of my daughter, my 3-year-old.
Laila Ali had been retired for years and still entertained conversations about coming out of retirement and fighting Ronda Rousey. Laila Ali was bluffing. She was bluffing then, and she's bluffing now. This is what she does. She ties her name to whatever combat sports woman is popping, and she said that she'll beat them in a fight. And then she plays victim once they respond. So we all know that Ronda Rousey was on top of her game. Once Ronda Rousey lost, Laila Ali went on a celebratory tour.
Hey, so Rena, who's lying like Chuck Schumer? Clarice or Layla? Just clarify for me, because either way, that's a funny line right there.
Laughing and celebrating the fact that Ronda Rousey had lost her first and only fight.
Me trainer. It was like, train Ronda Rousey. I'm like, but I thought you thought she could beat me. What happened?
So would you do that?
You can't train somebody's chin to take a punch. But for the right amount of money, yeah, we could probably make.
What does Ronda Rousey need to work on?
Oh, where do I begin? You know what I mean? I think we need to understand that in order to be the best in the world, you definitely don't ever get beat up like that in your prime, period.
No, it was pretty bad.
I remember you said the best in the world don't get beat. You still feel that way?
No. I said that?
Yeah, I thought in reference to Ronda Rousey.
You don't get beat the way she got beat. You know, to just get 100% taken advantage of in the ring and just look like a little rag doll in the ring, that would never happen.
Now, this is the thing that people wanna overlook. She's supposed to be so classy and supposed to be so, above everything. But look at these interviews here where she's clearly laughing at Ronda, discrediting Ronda, talking about how you can't be a great and lose that bad in your prime. She's just taking a dump all over her, and Ronda Rousey was really that girl. So, I don't know if you guys know, but up in boxing, it takes a lot to get inside the ring. It takes a lot to prepare for a fight. And we all have a camaraderie where we don't laugh at each other when we fail, someone loses a fight. We don't kick each other when we're down. We have a good sportsmanship. And if they
Okay, so I still need Claressa to be quiet. So you're saying that, Patrick, you're saying that Shields has the best resume. That's interesting. Do you mind putting in the chat why you think that is? I'd like to know. But everything that Claressa's saying right now, we don't do this, we don't do that, we don't da. What have you done? You have insulted a legacy, the very person who it's on film, the very person whose advice you're taking, have taken, who you look up to, and have just totally attempted to demolish her and her character, just so you can stand here now and look like Layla's equal, because you got your hair done and you got a nice little background going on, and now you want to try to say, oh, this is not, but look at all the trash. Girl, stop it, Claressa Shields, stop it right now.
is any competitive spirit is not in a disrespectful way. The way that Laila Ali celebrated Ronda Rousey's loss was disgraceful, and it showed that she has no integrity and that she doesn't even understand how serious the sport of combat sports is. So I'm playing these clips so you guys know it's not just me that Laila Ali hates on. She hates on any woman in combat sports who starts getting more notoriety than her. In Laila Ali video, she says that I have become a disappointment and a bad representation of our sport and culture. When Colin Kaepernick started to kneel to protest racial injustice and police brutality, it was a chain reaction. The world was tired of seeing unarmed black men being gunned down and killed by the police. Everybody came together to fight and stand united under one slogan: Black Lives Matter.
Whoa, man, amazing car. When did you become a millionaire?
What is the sport?
We're trying to get advice for the younger generation.
Instead of joining the fight, this is what Laila Ali had to say. Play the clip.
You're black, but we as black people are not calling the shots. We're not in charge. You have to fit in. You have to conform to a certain extent, but still try to be true to yourself. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like with me, for example, I don't a lot of times just post that I like, that I might see that are very pro-black, but I won't post it on my Facebook page because I have fans from all races, from all around the world, and I don't ever like to make people feel separate. You know, and sometimes they do, like when you just be like, Black Power, I love my, so it's like, I think it's time to I like the all lives matter, or all lives matter, and that's kind of what my focus is, but it's hard, because, you got sponsors, and you got this, and you got that, and you don't want to step on anybody's toes.
You said you don't want to speak out because you don't want to lose.
Now, I do want to address that because that's a very interesting, especially in this political atmosphere that we have going on right now. But, let's look at it like this. I don't I don't agree with the, listen, all lives matter is a true statement. But that Black Lives Matter controversy in terms of, Black Lives Matter, that's a true statement. But I think when you look at it from the standpoint, and everybody's entitled to feel how they feel. And so I'm not going to bash Laila for her perspective. I personally am not going to, because I don't share the same worldview or the same level of society that she does. So, you know, maybe in her own personal, she is on the, hey, she has those discussions. I don't think that she doesn't do it. Look at her dad abstained from the Vietnam War. The apple didn't fall far from the tree. Let's really, really, really start there. So I don't think that, and we know good and well, there's plenty of footage out there where Muhammad Ali has been on television, back in the day, television shows, letting the people know what time it was. But if this is what Laila has to do to keep the main thing, if you have me here to discuss my cooking show, then that's what I'm going to discuss. If you have me, so I don't think that Claressa has a good point in trying to say she won't come out and say Black Lives Matter, so time to cancel Laila. I don't agree with that. I think the way Laila is handling it is the way you have to handle it, at her socioeconomic level, I guess. I don't know, but I'm not mad at Laila for that.
Sponsorships, and you don't want to upset your different fans. Your father, Muhammad Ali, used his platform to stand up against oppression. To me, it doesn't seem like you're proud to be who you are or to be the daughter of the great Muhammad Ali. For those saying that Laila Ali YouTube hate documentary that she did was classy, that wasn't classy. That was mean girl energy. She was being nice, nasty. She's always wanted to hate on me out loud, and now she's doing it proud. And
oh, come on, Claressa. Claressa, you must be talking to 5 and 6 year olds. I mean, any mature individual in the videos that we saw earlier, Laila has demonstrated with all clarity and truthfulness her willingness to embrace you and help you come up and support you. So just that statement is just false. I'm sorry. Patrick, you're saying that Shields is a 2-time gold medalist, first 3-time undisputed champion, and is a 6th division champion. Laila doesn't come close to that. Those are just the facts. You know what? Shout out to Claressa Shields for having that type of record. And I don't know if was there anywhere, Patrick, I'm asking you specifically, is there anywhere in there that between Laila retiring and Shields coming up that the opportunity wasn't there for Laila to even compete for those things? Or, had she gotten beat or something of that nature that prevented her from being the first 3-time undisputed champion? Because my question to you, Patrick, and anyone else that knows this one, there's also a clip out here where Laila's saying that anytime a woman gets a belt, and I don't recall which one it is, y'all can help me with the facts on that one too. Her picture, Laila's picture, is on the side. So it's apparently a belt that she must have either been the first to win or whatever. So anybody that can clarify that in the chat, that would be great. Because I just want to be clear on that. Does Laila not have those accolades because she got beat out of them? Or was the opportunity to earn those accolades not available during the time that Laila was active in boxing? Who can answer that question?
with her chest out to promote a YouTube channel. Now, in Laila Ali hate documentary, she says that her dad will never want his name tied to mine and that he did not like the fact that I called myself woke. Well, lie detector test tells us that that was a lie. Play the clip.
Call yourself the GOAT, that's fine. It's flattering. You look up to my father. We both thought that was cute. That was sweet.
5 minutes later.
My father would not want to share his name or image with her. She does not represent anything about him in the ring or outside.
The champ is here! The champ is here!
Laila, did you forget that
Claressa, I feel like what Laila was saying there was, now, the way Claressa is behaving and conducting herself and attacking his daughter, of course he wouldn't want to have anything to do with you. I also wonder, does Laila mean if you out here kicking it, and I'm sorry for those of you that, feel like, this ain't got nothing to do with it, but to me it does. You out here boldly and loudly with somebody else's husband, arguing her down. Well, you're not arguing with her anymore because she just said, look, I'm not about to argue with you. But this is what you're doing. This is what you're promoting. I don't see Muhammad Ali backing that up either. So she just said they thought your little nickname "Woat" was cute, but the way you're conducting yourself now, she ain't feeling it. And I bet Laila has a better line in and understanding of how Muhammad Ali would feel about certain things than you do, Claressa. Stop it.
You told me that your dad was flattered and proud that I called myself the GOAT. Laila Ali says that I lied about what transpired when she asked me to spar.
Now, you know that was a flat out lie. We know that if that were true, she would have said it years ago when it first was mentioned that she wouldn't spar me. There is absolutely no way she would have passed up the chance to tell everyone that she called my bluff and I backed down.
Here is a clip of her telling the same story that I told when she asked me to spar.
You got that from your daddy?
Claressa sparring. When I talked to her, yeah, she reached out to me when she first won the Olympics and we talked and I gave her some advice and I said, hey, you ever want to spar? And she's like, you want to spar me? I was like, calm down.
Yeah. Found that when she asked me to spar, I said,
for our $1 million challenge, one of the ways we...
You want to spar me? The lie detector shows that also...
Oh, wait a minute. Is Claressa trying to make it sound like Laila was flattered? Oh, wait, hold on. Let me see. Can I run it back just a little bit? Hold on, y'all. That's ridiculous. Let's get this right here. Hold on.
Asked me to spar. I said, you want to spar me? The lie detector shows that also was a lie. We're going to keep playing these clips. So now that we both see how the story of us sparring happened, if it...
Wait, hold on. That's not sufficient.
To spar.
You got that from your daddy?
Claressa sparring. When I talked to her, yeah, she reached out to me when she first won the Olympics and we talked and I gave her some advice and I said, hey, you ever want to spar? And she's like, you want to spar me? I was like, calm down.
Yeah. Found that when she asked me to spar, I said, you want to spar me? The lie detector shows that also was a lie. We're going to keep playing these clips. So now that we both see.
So she's trying to say that because she recited the incident back with a different tone and inflection, that Laila was lying. Girl, Claressa, if you don't stop, Claressa is really feeling herself right here because she does. She looks beautiful. Claressa's a beautiful young lady. There's something wrong on the inside. I'm sorry, my view. I'm not a doctor, allegedly, and all that. I'm not. That's just what I think. Yeah, sorry, Claressa. You need some help, babe.
How the story of us sparring happened. If it is still on the table, if the offer is still on the table, we can still spar because we all know that you're not ever going to get inside the ring and fight against me. Nobody thinks that Laila Ali can beat me in a fight. She doesn't think that, and neither does our peers. Play the clips.
Claressa Shields. I don't think there's really any question that she's the best women's boxer today.
Of all time.
All time. You putting over Laila Ali?
All time, and I love Laila.
Wolf?
All time.
Coal miner's daughter?
All time.
And she's the best fighter fucking in the world, bro. There's nobody better than Claressa as a woman, bro. I don't give a fuck who you name. Nobody is coming close to her.
Yeah,
2 Olympic gold medals, bro. So if that's the case, if this girl was a man,
if she was a man,
bro, you know how much support niggas will have of her. Like, the whole boxing world to have crazy support because she'll be Floyd Mayweather, bro.
There's no comparison.
Damn.
At all.
Shannon, shut up. Listen, there's nothing wrong with people feeling this way about Claressa. In my view, there's nothing wrong with them. This is how it should happen. This should be the natural progression. people should feel this way about Claressa Shields because you had the legacy of Laila and all the others. I don't even know all the other female boxers out there, but here you are, Claressa. You're young. You truly got the skill. You got the ability. So they should feel that way about you. And unfortunately, it's too bad you, Claressa, don't feel the way about you that these people, these young men, these men here feel about you. That's where the tweaking needs, and that's why somebody needs to come in and help Claressa out. So Steve, oh, wait a minute, the 7 Steel story, Mel Cruz, do you think Claressa is going to come back with another video to counter Laila's second video? I don't know, because if it's still that second video that has no, I don't know. I wouldn't doubt it because this is the attention that Claressa is seeking. And it's still wrong attention, to be honest with you. So she won't stop. Somebody needs to stop her. She needs help.
Time. I love Laila too.
Yeah.
But ain't nobody coming close to Claressa.
Right.
2-time Olympic gold medal.
Yes.
3-time undisputed.
Yes.
Well, how many weight classes she did? 6.
Even Muhammad Ali's grandson says that I am the best female fighter of this era.
Why are you seeking acknowledgement from Laila Ali's camp? That's my question. Why are you seeking that acknowledgement? If you have it, why aren't you building upon that? You're stuck. And Laila said you're obsessed. There's something wrong. I mean, I don't know. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? In the comments. Hey, be sure to hit the like button, share, subscribe, y'all. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, but what do you think?
Here with my boy Nico Ali Wash. How you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling amazing. How about yourself?
Everything's good. Claressa Shields came out today with she had a $15 million check in her video and told Laila Ali, step up, we got the money. What are you thinking of it? Is she reaching? Is it a potentially a good scrap? What do you think? What are your thoughts?
I don't think the fight is going to happen. I know Laila's significantly older than Claressa. If the fight did happen, I think it would be amazing for women's boxing. So that'd be a fun fight to see.
Is Laila even in the gym? Is Claressa just trying to reach to get to a different level? Is she trying to use Laila?
Oh, no, Claressa doesn't need to use anybody. Claressa is the greatest female athlete of my time. Like, there's no question about it. Her accolades speak for themselves.
Imagine bringing your side project to life just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Even Muhammad Ali's ex-wife, your stepmom.
Yeah, there's something very pathological that you got to go all that deep. And listen, all of the people that are connected to Laila in any shape, form, or fashion are agreeing with you, Claressa. So what you want to don't get me started. Who else do you need? Because Muhammad Ali, God rest his soul, is not here. He's not here to give you affirmation, Claressa. Out of pocket.
Said that I'd kick your ass.
I'm Khalil Ali. I'm Muhammad Ali's wife. I just gave her a picture.
She said, I know.
I want to back her up. Okay. I'm backing her up. Okay. To kick Laila's ass.
She's too old now. She retired a long time ago. But if she can't turn down that bag, I understand $15 million at the end of the day, man. And she got punching power, right? She do what she got to do, man. Get that bag and go on about her business. But, hey, I got Claressa Shields. You asking me who I got?
Yep.
I got the GOAT.
This is why you can't go anywhere, because we need those direct takes.
I got the GOAT.
This is why she's mad. Now, I have to put this out there. Laila, for you to do a 28-minute hate documentary, a smear campaign on my career, I have to give it to you. You are officially the most obsessed with me.
Claressa Shields.
Claressa Shields.
Claressa. Watching Claressa Shields.
Okay.
We're not even in the same weight class. I know that she walked around heavier, but that would not happen. And not simply because she's not strong enough. Okay, because I would definitely knock her out. But because she's not talented enough to beat me. You're talented. You can box. You can.
Oh shit! Look.
Okay. Is it possible one of the biggest fights of all time, the matchup between you and Claressa Shields, could ever take place? Is it possible? Because that's what people want to know. What would it take?
It's absolutely possible. Is that she is just not physically big enough or strong enough to handle me. And she does not have enough skill to keep me off of her.
Want to do it.
Is she an inspiring opponent?
Is she? Of course, absolutely.
So now
especially
it's a matter
that
of,
mouth.
So now it's a matter
especially
of
that mouth.
If that
Because
mouth
when it's
raises
personal,
the purse high enough.
When it's personal, that starts a fire, right? And when the money's right and it makes sense, then why not?
In 2020, when I was dominating all these weight classes, Laila pulled this exact same stunt. Now we're in 2025 and I'm more viral than I could ever even be happy about being viral. And now here she is doing it again, trying to tie her name to mine for relevance.
Okay, hold on. Now, how many of y'all out here in this chat seriously, who believes that Laila is on purpose, intentionally trying to tie her name to yours? Claressa, stop it. Again, this lady has issues. These are severe issues that she's having right now. Significant.
Asked about fighting me in 2025, this is what Laila Ali said.
Claressa Shields, there's rumors that you're gonna come back and fight her. What everybody's talking about it, or in the boxing circle.
The rumor that I heard was that I said that unless somebody had 15, 20 million, don't even call me about this. That's all.
Turkey has that money. Turkey's gonna set this up. I know it.
Unless somebody calls me and says they have it, we're not even gonna have a conversation. I'm not trying to come back and fight, but if someone offered that kind of money, I would actually have to think about it.
My team win records. All of us came together and we had 15 million in escrow for Laila to have a fight against me. Listen, the spices aren't selling and her TV shows are doing very bad. I was trying to put some money in her pocket and help her defend her legacy. I got great news for you. We got the 15 million. But instead of her being happy about that, she got angry. And then, as we have to go on this hate documentary, you're gonna show a clip of me getting dropped in a fight that I won unanimously? I have won every fight, unanimous decision or by knockout. Laila, you won a fight majority decision, and it's even one that should have been a split versus Jackie Frazier. She said I'm a bad representation of our culture. Let's clear that up. I've never been in jail. You can't find a mugshot of me. I've never tested positive for PEDs or anything. So therefore, how can I be a bad representation of the sport? You know who is a bad representation? Alicia Baumgartner, who she has pictures with. So my message to all the young girls and young boys coming up, never let the people that came before you try to discourage you, put fear into you, and make you not want to chase your dreams.
Yeah, so back in 2020, Laila did an interview. She reached out to clarify that she never said that. She's still being bitter. This is how she responded. Hold on, we're gonna dissect this. Hold up a minute, because this is, again, she needs to stop. Claressa, I feel sorry for Claressa. Hold on. Okay, I'm writing because I heard you on Sway, not mad because I said what I said to anger you, because you have angered me with your words. I respect you and I'm happy you started the flame, but I've never said you weren't a good boxer or not a good businesswoman. So I feel like with all the media and etc. that we had a miscommunication somewhere. IDK, when or where it started, but I know I used to text and keep you up to date and ask for advice because I felt we were cool. So some of your words hurt my feelings, and that's why I responded the way I did. We could always talk or meet up and figure it out. And I always feel like I can. Let's see. Touchdown. Hold on. I'm trying to get. Let's see. And I always feel like I can beat you in a fight as you feel you can beat me in a fight. That's not ever going to change, but that don't mean we have to hate each other. Let's see. Wait, did I say something here? So does it say something about a wait, what? Hold on, y'all. Can y'all see this? Woo-wee. What are you saying here, girl? You're a real punk talking all that shit publicly, but trying to make nice in private. You remind me of Ann Wolf's coward ass, but at least you're willing to get in the ring. I'm going to teach you a whole lot of things that'll make you a better fighter in person. Lesson number 1, learn to shut your mouth about money being there because it's not there until it's in an escrow account. Ooh, wait. Uh-oh, this this got to be Laila. Says not there until it's in the escrow account. Let's start there. You keep acting like you're the victim if you want to, like I came for you and called you out. But we both know you ran your mouth about something you really don't want in your heart. I can see right through you and always have. So just be patient. Hopefully you will have the opportunity to try to knock me out, even though you're not even hurting these soft girls you've been fighting, let alone knocking them out. Ooh, that's Laila telling her what time it is. You can keep acting like you're the real victim of the news. Just read that, even though you're not locking them out. So came for you, called you. See. Just be patient, even though you're not knocking them out. Even though you're not even hurting these soft girls you've been fighting, let alone knocking them out. Keep believing your own believing. Keep believing your own hype. By the way, I won't be going back and forward with you for reasons I'm absolutely sure you wouldn't understand. But just keep hyping yourself a fight on the smaller outlets because you are good at that. You already know if the deal is right, it's gonna happen. Go on and spit the tea, girl. I love Laila's confidence. I'm not gonna lie. I wrote this after I hurt your feelings on Sway. But the energy is the same. Trust me, I'm not scared of you. Never have, never will. And you can't teach me shit, Laila. I felt bad because I seen how the Ann Wolf comment almost made you cry. But this wasn't written to squash beef. You said on Sway that I said you weren't a good businesswoman. Okay, this is a repeat of that. She must have edited this video. I fought bigger outlets. She goes on about this Olympics. I'm done reading it. I can't. Yeah, this girl, Claressa has problems, y'all. Like I've been saying at the very beginning. Claressa needs somebody to help her get her game together, get with her in the back channels, and help her understand, hey, girlfriend, you gotta do better. Period. And do that so that she can succeed. This is crazy. So let me see. He said, now I see why Claressa's going at her. And pumps in a bump on the Black Lives Matter thing. Because that, like I said, that's everybody else's opinion. There's so many political positions that people could be having. I'm not gonna throw anybody under the I'm just, I'm going to digress from that entire discussion in this platform because I do talk about politics, and actually we'll be talking about the Voting Rights Act. But right now we're on this one right here. And Claressa, you need some help, sweetheart. Got to have some help, baby. She's handling it like all other coons handle it. I'm not quite sure where you're at with that one, Momo. Excellent point. I'm catching up on the comments, y'all. What you say? Rella said, elders are hypocrites at times. Doesn't mean we don't correct these issues. Laila is an all lives matter clown. Muhammad would be disappointed. Black Lives. Okay. Well, you guys are in here on the comments talking about it, so let's talk about it. Black Lives Matter made $90 million, and the lady that ran that company brought 4 mansions. I remember that in the news. Absolutely. Black Lives Matter as an organization, you damn right. That was a scam. They ran it. They played it. and then had the audacity. I think they ended up hiring somebody and paid him damn near $200 million, 200 million, might have been a 200. Yeah, I think it was like a $200 million salary, something like that. You, I don't disagree with anybody in here who says the organization, the entity of Black Lives Matter was a farce. You're absolutely right. They ran the game. Um, so I don't disagree with that. Purple Couch is saying, oh, okay, so now she's going into a whole other sphere. What in the world? Who puts this together for her? Who can tell? Who can tell? What'd you say, Nina? Pat and Moo, y'all must be family or hired bots. Okay. Um, let's see. Yeah, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that next time I go live, you can get in on the discussion. Let's see. You are smoking. Layla Ali got more knockouts than she got wins. That's what she's absolutely she does, according to her. And Layla has more knockouts than Clarence has twice. Well, that's what, and Layla said that too. I'm just disappointed in Claressa. Again, beautiful girl, bad attitude. Just sorry, but like,
got under your skin. How my hair's got under my skin when I'm on here celebrating me not being guilty for smoking weed. Right? Underscore Summers, you blocked. You is dumb as hell. You blocked, man. And then once again, proving my point. Another light-skinned girl. Listen, if you're a light-skinned girl and you love me, I love you too. But I am telling you, some of these light-skinned girls be having like self-esteem problems. And the fact that my self-esteem is up here and theirs is down here, they come here with me. It's always the light-skinned girls who come into me talking stuff. And I don't really be liking it because I know for sure it ain't about light skin, dark skin, white, black, Mexican, Puerto Rican. I'll whoop a girl ass. I already know that. So it'd be like when they be talking crazy to me, I'd be like, man, I ain't really the one to be playing with. Who is this girl? Another light skin, another light skin. Your haters really got under your skin. How my haters got under my skin when I'm out here celebrating me not being guilty for smoking weed. Right? Underscore Summers, you blocked. You is dumb as hell. You blocked, man. And then once again, proving my point. Another light-skinned girl. Listen, if you're a light-skinned girl and you love me, I love you too. But I am telling you, some of these light-skinned girls be having like self-esteem problems. And the fact that my self-esteem is up here and theirs is down here, they come here with me. It's always the light-skinned girls who think they just so pretty and just because they born light-skinned that they just all that. That they can come up and talk. Oh, because you think you're pretty. I'm going to tell you something. One, I look better than you.
be quiet, Claressa. We're not hearing that from you right now. I found that video. I think I forgot who was telling me. Here it goes. This is supposed to be the hey. Don't speak about it, be about it video. That's what Layla should have called this. But here, let's go. Let's see. It's my first time watching it, so let's see what's up. Claressa Shields could never. Okay? Steady while she trying to say, Muhammad, her daddy would never. Like, Claressa, sit down. Claressa Shields she couldn't get all this. And I think when Dr. Nikki was up here on the panel, Claressa wouldn't be able to do this because even right now, her name is not one to attract. All somebody do.
Welcome to the Only Male Cruise Show, the We Own Your Head podcast. Discussing topics that make you say, how and where can we improve as a society? From a Black American's perspective. Copyright disclaimer regarding fair use is in full effect. The views and opinions expressed in this show, you guessed it, they're all mine. Catch us live, be ready to speak. This is a call-in show. Be sure to hit the like button, share, subscribe, replay gang, leave a comment. You know I want to hear from you. Let's go to work.